Because you're hoping people are actually continuing.
I know. I really hope we have continuous
That's
viewers
what you
for
keep
shit.
hoping. But we're not sure. But
Welcome to Talking Points, and if you've been here before, welcome back to Talking Points. Hey, there it is. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook. We are Talking Points Media. Just look us right up. Same thing with YouTube, Instagram. Same thing. It's beautiful. Just follow us on all of them. I'll put some links on it. It's a lot easier. People just don't want to type things. They'll click and do the work for you.
Voice memos is starting to come in.
Voice memos?
Yeah.
Voice memos.
Yeah, like basically every social media app has, we have Twitter for our thoughts, we have Instagram for our pictures and videos, and now there's an app coming out with just voice memos.
Isn't that just called a podcast?
does that mean
No.
Snapchat has died?
It's basically like tweeting verbally.
Oh my god, I can see so many people getting in trouble for this.
Or not though. Because think about how much text has been misinterpreted and gotten people in trouble. How many times? How many times? No.
Yeah,
it's good. I think.
I can see the pros and cons.
It's
I
good.
can see it.
The tone of the voice will determine a lot of like angry people to like I'm canceling you, but I said it in a beautiful, nice way, like that.
Oh, like that kid on Instagram that did the black women we don't want, and then he linked it to the black woman that did it with the white guys.
Let's start with the thing that's really fresh. LeBron James and courtside Karen.
Oh yes, I forgot about this.
Courtside
Did you hear
Karen.
about this?
No,
I love it.
So there was this woman sitting courtside, and I guess the husband was chirping LeBron, and LeBron turned around and basically just started to give it to him, and the wife jumps up and starts, "You don't talk to my husband that way." She starts going off, and LeBron basically just goes, "Shut up, bitch." And now people are saying cancel LeBron.
Oh, come on.
Cancel LeBron.
Oh, 1 second. Hold. Let me add to the context of why. Okay. No one is actually meaning to cancel LeBron. We just want to cancel the canceller. Okay. Period. He's the fucking lunatic. Okay. He's the fucking communist. He's the communist who can't. No, 1 second.
We're making LeBron to be Palpatine here?
Oh my god. He's the guy who has all the millions of dollars claiming that his people don't have any money. You get what I'm trying to say? Cancel so many people and now he wants... That's it. That's what I'm trying to say. The littlest thing could get you canceled, right?
Yeah,
that's why everyone went off.
I'll give you that.
Okay, period. That's why.
Oh, so wait, we're trying to say, going back to the whole tone thing, that like the cancel LeBron was almost in a bit of sarcasm, but...
Yes.
Okay, I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
That's what it was. And here's what, actually, just yesterday...
I thought people were actually getting
that
on.
That lady who tweeted out in a formal apology to LeBron James. And you should read, if you read it, I read it. It was like, okay, his subordinates came up to her and told her, you better release this now. Do you get what I'm saying? Not like maybe, I don't know what kind of threat, but just some sort of like push to get a statement out of her. Because, and I've said this a billion times, liberals never get in trouble, ever. Not because they don't say sorry, it's because they fix everything else in the background before they have to deal with anything.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Welcome to Talking Points. John Carlo
What's
forgot his tinfoil hat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's tinfoil. It's not a tinfoil hat. Give me a break. Okay, here how about this? Anyone who's listening. Anyone who's listening.
Oh God, here we go.
Give me one left-winged person in sports and music and politics that gets shunned and canceled permanently. Ellen DeGeneres, nope. Ellen DeGeneres, nope. She got her show back. Everybody else lost their show. Why? Because they're right wing.
I don't think there's any Kool-Aid in here.
Right. Anyway, let's move on. I'm very happy to see the sarcasm from people and the delicacy of LeBron James. I love it. Anyway,
Charles Manson.
Yeah,
he's an acquired.
Charles Manson. Yeah, Charles Manson. He just.
You're a cultist. Well, where is this conversation going?
I'm the cultist. Yeah. The cult. The cult. I'm the cultist. Oh my god.
You know what though? Like, that'd be a dick, but if you were wearing a fucking hood, you would look like the cultist.
The cultist. Right?
What? I got called a fucking racist and just Dan Trudeau all in the same
Oh, that
fucking
still
week.
stands, motherfucker.
Fuck both of you.
100%
Fuck
it still
both of
stands.
you.
I'm only.
Anyways, we're figuring out the labels here. Alright.
You know,
I'm sure I've been labeled as the forest
I don't know
dwelling.
what
Sasquatch.
culture would I be a part of if I'm talking against cancel culture. That's the cult. So tell me how I'm the
No,
cultist.
see, because you're on
Tell-
one
tell me-
side. You're on one side and you're calling one thing a cult. Well, I'm on the opposite, calling you.
Well, what cult would I be a part
I
of?
wasn't agreeing with him. I was just saying.
I know. I just want to see. Like,
with the goatee
well, what
and the
cult? What do you call my cult other than normalcy?
Trump supporter.
No, forget that.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
to be against cancel culture does not mean you're a Trump supporter.
Okay, let's get back to sports. Boys.
Anyway,
I'm breaking your balls.
we're gonna start with this shit and we're gonna end with it tonight too.
Oh, goodness.
Oh baby. Oh baby.
He-
Ooh.
One thing you
I
learn
might
about.
leave.
I want to say this to
Partway
all, I want to
through.
say this to all of our viewers. The one thing, just if you go after him and it replies as talking points and it sounds very right winged, we all have access to it. He doesn't take any access to it, so you're talking to one of us.
Hey, only one can be right.
When he starts flying, he only goes that way.
Wait. I'm Zoolander. I can't turn left.
Oh fuck!
Minus the gas fight, because that's way too fucking expensive.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get back to
Move
it.
on.
All right.
Holy
Okay.
shit! That was actually a pretty good one. That was
fun,
great. Oh my god! So what are we gonna talk about? All right, let's get to today's game. We just watched the fucking Leafs absolutely shit pump the Vancouver Canucks.
Jason Spezza.
Jason
It's a
Spezia.
little 19.
Jason
I had
Spezia.
to put the jersey on for him
Hat
tonight.
trick.
Love Spets.
Jason Spezza hat trick comes from basically, starts the season on waivers and more or less. I mean, I think he played the first 2 games.
He
right?
played like
I played.
a-
I think it was 3 games, and then they sent him to the waivers to
Yeah.
the taxi squad.
Yeah,
As
whatever.
they say.
Salary cap,
Yeah,
stuff.
it was because Robertson got hurt and they had to clear salary cap,
Sure.
so they had to move him.
But still, I mean, anyone who comes from waivers, the odds of them getting a hat trick
But
is
then
pretty slim, right?
this fucking beauty decides to put up a fucking hat trick.
Mm-hmm. Was he
Spezza?
38?
You keep sticking it in Sheldon Keefe's ass, but he just keep doing it, eh? You keep telling him. I wish he had scored every goal and look back at him. Just look back. Just look back and fucking bench me again, bitch.
Yeah, but I'm
Just keep
going to
doing
go out and say Spezza will not be benched for the rest of the season. I'm going to go out and say
I'm
that.
gonna hope so.
I'm going to go out and say that.
I was joking with him. I was saying, like, he fucking scores that hat trick, and then Sheldon Keefe's like, "Great game, Spets, love it. You're benched next game.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're bringing in Joey Anderson.
It's crazy, right? Yeah.
We're gonna let everybody play,
Yeah.
Except for Rasmus Sandin. Except for Sandin.
which, that's me.
He gets
Well,
no
hey,
play time.
You keep saying just Sandin, but Lodgren's sitting there too. Waiting
Lodgren
for
got a
it.
game though,
Hey,
didn't he?
you
No, he
know-
did not.
No, he didn't. Okay,
You know who still hasn't
Oh, I'm
scored?
thinking. What's his
You know
name?
who still hasn't scored?
McKay.
McKay.
I know, the poor guy.
Right?
But he plays his balls. He even played great tonight.
Yeah.
He's moving. He's
Yeah.
making.
He almost. Like you.
He had chances, but the guy kept lifting his stick. He's like,
No.
"Let me shoot."
You went upstairs, but he almost got a shorty tonight too.
Ah, son of a bitch.
He just
I saw
sailed
it,
it
I saw
over.
it.
Just keep going, kid. You're looking great, but fuck, they're probably gonna trade you because you can't fucking bury.
Okay,
Let's
so
hope not. All right. Spezza was great. I mean, I want to talk about one thing is Frederic Anderson's save percentage. For all you guys sitting out there in fucking Leafland telling me that Frederic Anderson's a good goalie, I'd implore you, go do the math on Thatcher Demko's save percentage and Anderson's. Excuse me. They're almost identical. Thatcher Demko has no defense in front of him, and we have, I'm going to say, a pretty decent decor in front of us. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good, but we can't stop, what, 3?
We're 10 games in,
We're struggling.
and the best of the best goalies are notorious for starting every season. Every October is like the worst of for any great goalie, the worst. The worst. And every goalie has to they trade years. It's like Vasilevsky has a bad start this year. Andersen has a bad start the next year. Tuukka Rask.
Anderson has habitually a bad start.
Yeah.
Tuukka Rask 2 years ago, somebody dropped him in October. And then they went to the fucking finals. with Tuukka Rask.
So what you're trying to tell me is Pittsburgh can expect a good rebound from Matt Murray?
Absolutely.
Matt Murray. excuse me.
Ottawa.
The only thing
Ottawa, and then
now
Yari.
I'm not gonna
Yari.
full shit on
Right.
Anderson because he has to take a big workload right now because Campbell's out and they don't want to put Hutchinson in. That's just something they don't want to do.
They don't want to do that.
Now, what I will say in the game tonight, if you watched it, okay, out of the 3 goals, there is one in particular which he does consistently, and it drives me up the fucking wall. He's sliding across, and he falls forward.
If Anderson
Now-
falls in the wood, does the goal count?
I don't understand any other goalie, Price, any top goalie in the league, when they slide across, they stay upright, they stay with the shot, they put the glove up, it's a save. When Anderson comes across, for some reason, he does this falling forward motion, and he's already halfway down when they snipe the corner.
No, you forgot one thing.
That
though.
is the problem
He does
that I
the
do
Tekken
have.
kick first. Because the legs go and then the body kind of
Regardless,
comes.
that is the only problem I have
Okay.
with this game there.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
One of the only problems.
Okay.
Sorry,
Oh,
but
good.
that
One
is a
second.
big problem. Now you're gonna say, and
know.
I had an actual goalie argue with me. He's like, he's cutting the angle. What angle are you fucking
I'm
cutting
not-
when the guy's at the top of the circle taking a wrist shot and you're
Right.
falling forward in your crease? That's bullshit.
You had an argument
If
with
you're
me?
in close,
Oh,
then it
not
makes
me. Okay,
sense
okay.
You're
to
not a
fall
goalie,
forward
No,
because
I
you're
thought-
cutting the angle at that
Yeah,
point.
Yeah, he was actually
From
talking
out
about it.
far, you are not cutting the angle. You're an idiot. You're sliding across. You're falling forward. The puck's shot. You are now out of position, and you're down here, and the puck's up top.
Every game
It
we
makes
have
no
this
sense.
conversation.
Okay.
Every game.
So
Just saying.
Okay, so let's say he has a point. I get it. Okay. If anyone is agreeing with what these guys are saying, this is the Toronto fan base. This is the problem.
Oh, no.
This is why
No.
no.
Don't give me that.
Let me talk. You guys talked. This is why we can't win cups. Right? Like, if we have any onus as fans, because we can't make the decisions for the players and the coaches and the managers, but if we have any onus, it's because we feed and we eat from the media, and the media feeds and eats from us.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
The
We
media,
give and feedback.
The media
The media
pumps
literally-
Frederic Anderson up
they
so
love it.
No, they
fucking much.
don't. No, they
Yes,
don't.
they do.
No,
They do.
listen.
Where do they not?
Listen, when the time is right, they're going to eat him alive, and we're going to jump on that wagon.
No,
Okay.
No, this is the thing.
defend. Trust me, I defend goalies full-heartedly.
No.
Wholeheartedly.
This
Sorry.
is the thing. This is the thing. Is the media jumps on Anderson when they lose. All right? We jump on Anderson when they win, like 7-1.
Which
No.
media, when he left the playoffs, which media was defending him? Which one? When he lost to Columbus and it wasn't his fault, which media was defending him?
We said that.
No, you weren't. You go back to episode 1. Go ahead. I made a video on Instagram just by myself on the way home in the car because you guys were against me.
No, you
No,
were saying,
no.
You
I
were
didn't
asking.
necessarily-
You
No.
said he should be
Do we
traded.
trade Anderson?
Oh,
I
yeah.
said, yeah,
I
we
agree-
should
I
trade
agree.
him.
No, you don't trade him.
100%.
No,
No,
See,
because you're not getting anything better. You're downgrading.
To be honest with you, I think Jack
disagree.
Campbell is a better goalie than
Oh
him.
my
I
God.
think
Yes.
Campbell should take his job.
Oh my God, that's
100%.
terrible. That's terrible.
How's it terrible?
That
he's
is
more
horrific.
sound in the net. The
No,
way that
he's
he
not.
moves,
No.
yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Positionally, he's more positionally sound.
Anderson is an obvious number one. First of all. Secondly, the reason why he is always
But I didn't say he's not a number one.
Okay.
I never said that.
okay. But then, how could Jack Campbell be a number one then?
Because
he's
he
played
don't look at the
better.
way he
Okay.
plays, man.
Guys.
Look, you're gonna. So hang on.
Yeah.
So every goalie goes to a team. They're a backup, right?
Sure.
At some point. And then how many goalies as backups, right? Like,
Take their place.
hang on.
Sure.
But have become number
Lots.
ones in the last while. Now just
Tristan
think about
Jarry.
it. Throughout the entire league,
Two, though.
how many backups have become number ones?
Yeah.
Darcy
Possible.
Kumper and
Possible.
Anthony Anderson, or they're
Absolutely.
kind of a 1 and 2 right now.
Koskinen, like
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I get it.
There's a lot of goalies that end up
Totally
like
agree.
that.
I'm just saying
Yuri
this.
Saros.
I'm saying this.
Exactly.
Tell me one other goalie. Sorry, tell me one other team that you watch royally every game.
As much
None.
as I can.
None.
No, I do.
Not
I
at
do
all.
watch when I can.
Sure,
I know.
but it's over.
I know
but,
what you're saying.
But
Trust
you
me,
are
I've had
not
that argument with people.
speculating. You are not dissecting the goalie move like this and that kind of stuff. You're not watching You're not seeing the consistency between game to game to game to game.
Yeah, but
No,
he
no.
consistently
And I
All
does
you
it,
see, no. All you see are highlights from Sports Center and that kind of stuff. Highlight reel saves and highlight reel goals and all that stuff. This is what I mean, okay? If you were watching any other goalie, pick another Vasilevsky on the Leafs, you would start picking away at what's wrong with him. Tell me one thing that's wrong with Vasilevsky right now. You can't. But I guarantee you, a loyal Tampa Bay fan will be absolutely dissecting the fuck out
Now,
of him.
hang on.
Vasilevsky actually has really bad puck movement when it goes behind the net.
But I'll tell you this. Hang on.
He loses
Sure,
track of
Andersen
it.
does
100%. I know what you're saying.
That's what I. That's
Well,
my
no, you
point.
can say 100% when I just answered your point.
I said
Let me
100%.
speak.
But like,
I don't watch every single team every game, and I know what you're saying because I
That's
said the
what I
same
mean.
thing about defensemen and forwards,
Right.
100%. But the thing is, playoffs happen. I'm watching all those fucking games.
I hear
I
you.
watched every game. I watched those goalies, and that's why I see things.
Sure.
Like Devin Dubnyk when he was playing for Minnesota, he got picked apart. Why? Because they realized he's bad low blocker side,
Yep.
and Winnipeg ate him alive.
Right.
They shot that side every time, and they scored every fucking time.
there's-
And you'll see that with goalies as you watch. That's why I'm saying, like, I do watch those top goalies because when you're in the playoffs, I'd say 80% of those teams are the top goalies.
sure.
They're the top teams, top goalies, right?
Yep.
So, and I've watched all those games and I see how those guys play. It's all I'm saying is with Andersen, all right?
Mhm.
He's a great goalie. I'm not saying he's not a great goalie. What I'm saying is I don't think he's going to be the guy to get us there.
See, but hold on. But
If he does, hey, I'm wrong. But what I'm going to say is he just does those little things and he gets lazy at times where he allows the puck gets behind him and he just assumes it's in. I've seen it happen a few times
if he
where he
gets
just
to-
goes
If he
and it's already and then he's like, oh shit, and then he jumps.
if he gets
Oh,
if he gets through the first two rounds, are you satisfied this year?
No, I'm not satisfied.
No, I mean like
I
they're not
am-
making the finals.
As a Toronto fan, with the team we have right now and the hype around us,
Sure.
I am not satisfied with anything but a cup.
no, me
And
too.
over the next few years,
Of course.
and this is the thing where fans were going nuts for Toronto making the
Right.
playoffs against Washington.
Sure.
And I thought we actually had a better chance then than we did any of the years of
Yeah,
just winning.
because we had heart.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
We lost a game 6.
Right.
It was what it was, but they played great. The next season, the team had a different look,
Mhm.
and it just kept going from there.
Yeah.
Right?
So
I just want to say one last thing. We haven't made the finals since George Armstrong won a
No,
cup.
I know. But the thing was,
Okay.
the worst thing that could have happened to us
Yeah.
was making the playoffs that year.
I get it.
Because it created that hype of, look at our team, we're going to make the playoffs every year.
It created value in the rookies, which then demanded
Exactly.
them to
Exactly.
to raise their contracts
100%.
and start getting paid big
100%.
bucks. Even
Okay,
though
but-
that's it.
Hold on, before
But yeah.
before we shift there, what I just want to say is because I think you're saying like I'm jumping on the Toronto hype where everyone's like Anderson shit, but no one's actually saying that. Is
Not right now.
like 2 years ago. I know. I hope we're the first to get people saying it.
We're 7-2.
No, but like 2 years
He's
ago.
not shit.
But
But
like
just
but 2 years
he's
ago,
rough
remember,
around the edges
do you remember?
in
Do you remember
there.
like 2 years ago when everyone was shitting on Anderson, saying it's Anderson's fault, we can't win games,
I
this, that, and the other,
Right.
when our defense was absolute poo.
Atrocious.
I was the first person to come out and say it's not the goalie's fault.
Okay.
But now that we have a really good defensive core that are sound positionally, and he's doing that fall over nonsense, those goals are on him. And what I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying trade him. I'm going back to my Marner comment. I'm not saying trade, or actually, I would want to trade him again because I want to trade Marner too. But I'm not saying like get rid of him. I'm not saying he's shit. I'm not going to say he's awful. But what I'm saying to you is, step up your shit.
Right.
You're a better goalie than how you're playing, and you need to play better. That little fall over bullshit, which you've done for the past 2 years, is becoming a problem because what it is a lazy play. It's the Eddie Gordo kick pass to the fucking post. His foot hits that post, and then you see his body kind of like come over, and he's falling over already. Push off your skate, keep your body up high, get that glove up, cut off that angle properly. Because if you want to cut off the angle on the guy that's right at like where our light is, which is 3 feet in front of us, sure, fall over, make the save, cut off the top. But when the guy's at the fucking blue line, and he's ripping a clapper at you, you don't need to fall over.
well, it's
No,
never
I mean,
that bad.
I'm-
It's when the guy's he's at the top of the circle. He's in a prime position to make a shot. Okay, he's almost in the slot. Right, he's right at the top circle. He's only 5 feet from the slot, and he gets that pass, and he's already coming over, and he's falling. In my opinion, while you're falling, he's already got that shot top corner. If you're an NHL player and you have a good shot, you're gonna make that shot. Almost every time, unless you miss.
Like, do you remember, like...
Or you put it right in his glove
You
like
see,
an idiot.
you see goalies do it every so often, though, is like, when they come across, they push off so hard off that inner skate that they basically slide out of the crease. That is not Frederic Anderson.
I think we gotta like kind of, it's a revolving conversation. I think the bottom line is, at the end of, after the season's done, it's like, hey, he's 6-2 at the moment. 8 games in, 6-2.
He's not 6-2.
Did Montreal lose today? They did they not?
No, but the team is 6-2.
I'm just saying, did Montreal lose? Right now, they were losing earlier.
They were losing 3-2.
Let's say they lost.
I don't know if they did.
If Montreal lost,
Ottawa, so
if Montreal lost,
third period,
Leafs are in first place.
Ottawa hasn't been good.
Leafs are in first place, and Andersen is that's it.
I'm not.
Right, and also it's the first month, and the first month 100%. Is the worst for the greatest of goalies. And like you said, who's killing it right now? Carey Price. Who's killing it right now? Montreal. What'd you say about half an hour ago? What's going to happen with Montreal? What'd you say?
I think they're going to fall off.
The law of balance.
Yeah.
Right, is going
100%. And again, I'm not condemning Andersen. I think he's a great goalie.
Right.
I think we're lucky to have him for what he's done for us.
Sure.
But what I am saying, it's the inconsistency in his game that I've seen in big games, in big moments, where he lets that bad one, and you can see on the bench, it deflates the team. Right away, they look up, they go like this. They love the guy. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, they're like, fuck, man. Like, if you had that one, like, it just gives us, you know what I mean?
You know, if I'm him, right, and I really want to put this conversation at that, but let's keep
100%.
Right? If I'm him, right, and I've already received, like, I feel like I did a good job so far. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's obvious, if I'm a fan, I feel like the fans are smart enough to see what the problem of the team is, and as a goalie, be like, hey, thank God it's not me. At least the pressure's off, right? And pressure's a big deal for goalies, stress, that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
And then when you see the media turn on you, and the rumors are true, Toronto media is gonna fuck you up.
Oh, absolutely.
They will fuck you up because they got nothing to talk about. And then it's happening, right? Every little goal that goes in feels like 10 went in on you.
I understand.
That's what I mean. And when you say the little mistake turns into 10 more, I'm going to say, and look, every goalie is the same deal that we've had in the last, since Belfour. And the Belfour only was good with the media because he was a veteran. Before Cujo, same bullshit. Mm-hmm. See what I'm trying to say? Felix Potvin was basically the last guy to like withstand his position. That's it. That's it, literally.
The kid.
Because we destroy every goalie we have. And that's why I'm going to defend the fuck at him. He's the best guy we've had since Belfour. And we're like, no, we can trade him. Holy shit. Like, look what Pittsburgh just did with 2 all-star guys.
The thing is, though, at the end of the day, they're going to have to move him
or
let him walk.
Absolutely.
They have no choice. And that's what I am saying. I'm telling you, when you watch Jack Campbell play, all right, the name doesn't resonate with you because he's a nobody.
I'm not for that, but yeah, I get it.
With most people that watch hockey, they're probably gonna be like, Jack Campbell.
Yeah, I get it.
He's just a backup, right?
Yeah.
But he came in last season,
right,
and he put up numbers better than any backup we had, and he actually he just calmed the team down,
right,
because of his play, because the way he is in net, he's very positionally sound. Mm-hmm. He's a great attitude. Mm-hmm. They actually have an article on it.
Which team's he from?
LA. He came from LA.
And where's Andersen from? Anaheim, California.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Literally the polar opposite of Toronto hockey.
Absolutely.
Okay, of Toronto media.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Give Jack Campbell the front. You'll do the same thing. You will do the same.
I don't think I will.
Absolutely.
We
will. We all will.
No, I don't.
We all will. As soon as that's all I'm saying. And we will do the same thing we did to every one of the goalies.
To be honest, the only things I've heard about Jack Campbell have been extremely positive.
Yeah, same thing with Andersen when he came here.
But understand, is like we have ripped apart some fucking backups. Hutch got a fucking bad shake.
Oh, he deserved it. No, he deserved it.
You know, like we have torn goalies' new assholes.
Yeah, absolutely.
No. The thing was with Andersen,
I
actually, and I swear to God, you can go back, you look at my Facebook, I defended him when he first came here. Because he first came here, and he wasn't playing well. He was playing like shit, and people started losing their minds. Like, oh, what did we trade for this guy? I'm like, give him time. Let him get set. He just got here. Relax. I'm like, stand by your fucking team, stand by your goalie, let him have it. Because then he started playing well. And he actually started playing solid. And I was like, look. give him a fucking shot. Like, you can't shit on him.
But to that point, is this whole falling forward thing has been a development within the past 2 years.
Sure.
When he got here, he didn't do that shit nearly as much, and now it's almost every single cross ice pass he's falling forward.
Look,
it just became a thing.
When we got Raycroft, we had him when he was the What trophy did he get?
He won the Calder.
The most wins.
He won the Calder, which is Rookie of the Year.
Right.
And he was great for Boston, and he started to struggle with Boston for the next, I think, 2 years, and then we traded for him.
Right.
When he came to Toronto, he broke a record for Toronto for wins.
Well, we gave him the most games.
It doesn't matter.
I'm just saying.
And he didn't play terribly.
I'm
he
just
actually
saying.
played pretty well for Toronto.
I'm just saying.
Right?
We didn't get right, and we booed him out of there. Right?
I didn't boo him out of there.
We booed.
I actually was
what happened? Jerseys out of there.
And then one second.
So hang on. The reason why Raycroft fucking disappeared after that one season he had, which we almost made the playoffs, we lost out on 1 point because the New York Islanders fucking beat New Jersey because they decided to put fucking Clements in a net instead of Brodeur, you sons of bitches. And they lost in New Jersey lost in a shootout. So Toronto missed the playoffs. Had New York Islanders lost that game, we were in.
Yeah, I know.
And we would have done damage because the team was gelling, they were rolling.
Yeah.
Okay?
That wasn't Raycroft.
Now, would they have won the cup? Absolutely not. Yes, it was Raycroft.
No,
yes, it was. Yes, it was.
100%.
100%. 100% that was Raycroft.
I'm so sorry.
The next season, John Ferguson Jr. went out and got Vesa Toskala.
That's right.
And claimed Vesa Toskala as the starter and pretty much said, fuck off, Raycroft. Thanks for your contribution.
I remember.
We just traded Pogge for you. But thanks for your contribution.
That's another thing. How do you trade Justin Bogey at the time? Right? Oh,
but this guy breaks. The guy breaks, or sorry, I think he tied the record for most wins as a goalie as a Toronto Maple Leaf, which Curtis Joseph held.
Okay.
And then it's just
we gave Boston Tuukka Rask.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I keep saying just sorry. It was Tuukka Rask that we traded. Right. And kept Justin Bogey, which was the worst mistake.
We gave him Tuukka Rask. Then we took their Raycroft.
Yeah.
Okay?
But
and then wait, it's not done yet. Then we gave them Tyler Seguin. And we took their Kessel. Okay? And we shit on Raycroft. We took a shit on Kessel. Yeah. Kessel every single year until his last year was in the top 8 in points every year for the Leafs.
Hot dog Phil.
That's it. Right? Oh, I wanted to lose some weight. It's like, bro, just leave him the fuck alone. Just leave him alone. He's the only guy doing anything. Like, I don't get it. Yeah. The only guy who's consistently played, never misses a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
He's like the Rob Ford. Right? Out to lunch, but always on time. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
With his hot dog.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyway,
let's cut it there. Let's cut it there.
We're good.
That was a good, somewhat 15-something minutes. Yeah. I'm just going to check the camera. We are still filming.
We're still good. Let's go.
All right.
Next
topic we want to talk about. So the NHL is currently talking about moving the draft from this year until next summer. And essentially holding a double draft due to COVID and these kids not playing and whatnot. I think we'll give our opinions on that, and then we kind of had our own discussion about how we think the draft should go.
Okay, so I say no, all of it no. I think the conversation just stops right there because that conversation will only introduce more conversation and blah 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 blah. There has been enough changes, and there's so many changes so fast. Okay. And everyone, the turmoil of that is going to be never ending. We got to put a stop to it, and there's no fight back. It's just like, we got to keep adjusting. Just got to keep adjusting, and it's like you're over adjusting now. That's it. Period. I don't think there's nothing else to talk about, but we're gonna keep going. These guys like it. They think it's a good idea. So yeah,
it's not necessarily that I like it. I think it's just. It's probably going to happen because of the situations they have with COVID and all the bullshit. I mean, you have a bunch of players coming to a new team. Now it's more tests, it's more COVID protocols in place. There's a lot of bullshit going on with it, right?
They haven't played.
Mm-hmm. I mean, which is funny because now you want to push it to the next year. And I mean, if we're still in the position we're in where somehow this shit's still going on, now what are you going to do? If it happens again, but hang on, if it happens again, what are you going to do? Push it to the next year? Now you got 3 years of fucking...
Triple draft.
Like, I do understand where Giancarlo's saying in it, with his point, to just do it, get it over with, and then it is what it is. but they want to push it. I still think that they I do believe that the draft should be spread out a little more over the years instead of every single year, because I feel you have a lot of older players in the league that still have credibility, and they're getting tossed aside and pushed over because of all these young rookies coming in. So I think they need to find a way to kind of just slow down the process. I think they've just accelerated the process too far, where it's like there's just too many young guys coming in, and it's like you could be 27 now with a 19-year-old who could potentially do the same production. So who are you going to pick? Are you going to take the 27-year-old that's on a $5 million contract, or are you going to take the 19-year-old who's going to cost $300,000 every 3 years?
So,
or for 3 years, sorry.
I mean, so I'll touch on the first, pushing it to a year. I just had this thought right as we're sitting here. Maybe do a shortened one. Don't let the drafts go so deep.
See, that makes sense too. Maybe shorten it from
like
7 rounds to
4,
something, right?
Like, you've already seen the top players in the World Juniors, realistically. Like, those are the players that are going to go high. 32 teams. World Juniors had, 12? 15? Or 12 or 14, sorry. 20-man roster on each of those teams. You do the math, kids. Like, I mean, you make it 3 or 4 rounds. Those kids all go to a team. See you later. Move on.
And sorry, question. What is the cause of this? Is it because
it's COVID? It's because
they're not playing.
They're basically saying the kids aren't playing.
Why aren't they playing?
Because they can't. They don't have the same restrictions with the testing or everything like us. Don't make this a COVID debate.
Sorry.
Don't do it.
Right.
I saw it coming. I could see it in your eyes. I saw that glint in your eyes where you're like, I'm anti all this shit.
Also, another thought on that draft. Like, so out of those 2 drafts, you're gonna have, 30 guys in the what is it, 31 or 32 now? That's gonna be the teams.
32.
So it'll be 32 with Seattle. So you have 32 teams.
You're adding in 30 new players,
right?
Essentially.
But I'm saying, like, so 32 teams. So realistically, you have 64 first-round picks if you're going to go back-to-back.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe start to edge out those players that are maybe not so good, or like the ones that you don't think are going to be anything, and maybe do 7 rounds of the top guys out of those 2 drafts.
I get it.
Yeah.
And then after that, they're either undrafted or you're redrafted
that's
somewhere.
If you're going to do the back-to-back.
But like, I'm just saying.
In my opinion, I think they should be a shortened draft this year. Shortened season, shortened draft, shorten it all. Let's get her going. And then for drafting, like, multiple years, like we were kind of talking about, because we talked about having a draft every 2 years. I was kind of for it initially, but I'm just thinking about it, like, you know what, that's life, man. If you can optimize a process, you optimize it. If a 19-year-old can put up the same points as a 27-year-old, you take that 19-year-old because you're going to get 8 years out of them. And it's extended use. It's like buying a new car versus buying a really reliable car that's been around for 30 years. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. This new car might be better. It can do the same thing. Why not? So my opinion is and maybe this is the call, and I want to say it now. Make the Veterans League. I think
pause. Like, a car that's lasted 30 years, is not better than a brand new one, right? And honestly, I mean, and I was saying that driving my my car, fresh new transmission in it. It's choking on the way here, right? And I thought about this on the way here. I'm like, does anyone just notice that technology literally doesn't work? Like, literally, does anyone just say it? Technology does not work at all.
See, but hold on.
Technology from 1990s is more reliable than it is today, and yet we're advanced and we're progressive.
Okay, but hold on.
We're not. We suck. And there's that. Now, also, I want to point out, who the fuck's in the Super Bowl? 43-year-old Tom fucking Brady. They said, well, we gotta part ways. Belichick, we gotta part ways. Right?
He deflated more balls.
Right? We gotta part ways. He brought the Buccaneers to the Super Bowl, bro.
That's cheating.
Okay, number
one.
Another
cheating.
Another team.
You know what he did? Is he took, like, how old is he? Rob Gronkowski? Like, come on, Gronk, we're going, buddy. Let me get my cane.
That's it. Okay? Like, that's, I mean, we are, days away from the Super Bowl. Like, that's crazy. Okay? Then, like, he could have just retired a champion Patriot. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna do this again.
What I'm gonna say to you is so hold on. Yes, I will say you're not wrong. There is a element to veteran reliability.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
There is merit to having.
But I mean, a guy throwing
experience.
a ball and doesn't run a lot.
Oh, here we go. I hate Tom Brady, but
I'm
you
just
gotta give it to him.
As opposed
he's not a rushing
to a player who every time he's got to look up and go, I might get
He's not a
guys,
rushing QB.
guys.
I might get hit,
Guys,
But
the science behind
I
football.
know what you're saying.
Okay, and he's still there. That's it. We just gotta shut up.
Hold on. But the other thing that you also have to look at is, I mean, another one that everyone was excited.
Who
about.
scored a hat trick tonight?
No, hold on.
Who scored a hat trick tonight?
Hold on,
Say the name
Yeah.
again.
Just-
Jason Spezza, waiver,
But just
$900,000 contract, Toronto boy, hat trick.
He has 4 goals this season.
Yeah, when you got a hat trick.
He has
Just saying.
one good game.
I'm just.
But anyways, I was going to also say it was Joe Thornton.
Joe
is
Thornton.
Another. Anyways, I can see where he's coming from. What I'm trying to explain to you, and what I'm trying to say to you, is yes, you're gonna say technology sucks because new things are coming in. This, that, the other. We're trying to do too much data into one little thing.
Mhm.
It's crazy. But what I'm saying when it comes towards athletes is athletic science and athletic training has come light years. And I mean, I still want to have this conversation.
Sure.
As to the NHL past versus the NHL present, who's putting up more points? Because I honestly think Wayne Gretzky would get fucking tooled in this league.
No. If you have advanced Wayne Gretzky versus everybody.
Hang on. If the
Maybe.
goalies were the same as
I
they
actually-
were back then,
Yeah.
Still no. No.
Yeah, but you put Mitch Marner back when Gretzky played and Gretzky in this league,
No.
it's the same player.
No.
It's the same.
No, it's not the same player. It's
Yeah,
not
because
the
I know
same
Mitch
player.
Marner's not near.
Let me, and I can't believe this because I posted this on the Talking Points Instagram this week. The top 10 NHL seasons by player.
Oh, I know. I saw that. I was laughing.
Okay, in the top 10, Wayne Gretzky is 7 of them.
No, it was no.
Okay,
And then, what was
and
the
then
other
the
one?
other 3 is Mario Lemieux.
What was it? The other one was fastest player to 1,000 points is Wayne Gretzky, and the second fastest is Wayne Gretzky.
Buddy, okay, in his top 5, he got 200 plus points. 200 plus points in 5 years in a row. The 6th year, he got 198. Okay? Like, no.
And
no.
there was 12 years split amongst him.
If you go look, and I did
SCA
this,
and
I
Lemieux.
literally did this. If you go look at, everyone's like, oh, the goalies, they're shit back then. Okay,
They were fucking shit,
yeah.
too.
Go look at the goals per game back then, and every year that it says, because it's a little higher than it is now, minus all the goals that Gretzky had, and the average goes right back to what we are today. Okay? Yes, the goalies were shit, but the players were shit. The sticks did not flex. The skates were heavy. Okay? The equipment was light. That kind of stuff. There was a different version of competition. That's
Yeah,
it.
but see, that's why I say.
So we're gonna have talking points math class.
When you have Patrick Kane and nobody
That's what
can
I'm
lay
saying.
him out because they're
I've
not
always
allowed.
said though, when you're looking at the points and you're looking at the players, I mean, there's a lot of variables.
Of course.
Games were different.
The variables are the same.
So what I'm saying
The
is
equipment
like
for
games,
the goalies got bigger.
games played were different. The divisions were different.
overtime.
A lot of things were different.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Overtime.
The game is evolving and it's changing always.
Absolutely.
So I feel like by eras is where they should go.
Right.
I mean, Gretzky retired in '99. Dick. But just saying.
Yeah.
But he had to do it.
He's-
He was
he's
like, 99? Yeah.
He retired at 99, at 39 years old,
Yeah.
and something I forgot all the other 9s.
But what I'm saying is like, that like he was an era. He was an era back in the
Of course,
in
yeah.
the 80s.
Of course,
you know
of
what I mean?
course,
And
yeah.
he was a fucking dominant force, and he always will be.
Right.
Right? And certain
He's
guys
great.
were. Lemieux, Hull, like all those guys, they were there. Right? Gordie Howe obviously had his era.
Mhm.
But what I'm saying is now the era from 2000 and on, right? Like you have guys that were there before, but
Sure.
I mean, then you had Crosby come in the 08, I think he came in what, 06.
No, Crosby came in 03, 04. He came in.
No,
he came in. He came in
because he was after the lockout.
Yes, but he was supposed to be drafted. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
he was supposed to.
05 he came.
Right.
05.
What I'm saying, like after the lockout, him
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Ovechkin
yeah.
both came in, which so they lost a year,
Right.
right?
Well,
And
only
they lost-
only Ovechkin lost the year. Ovechkin got drafted
Exactly.
first. Yeah.
But I'm saying like they lost a year he lost a year in a sense. So I mean, like he could have had how many more goals on top of that?
Of course.
Yeah.
Right?
Not to mention, Ovechkin is probably his passing of Gretzky in goals could be dampered with now because we have 2 shortened seasons already.
And
Right?
a
Last
lockout.
season and this
But
one.
I mean, you always
And a
have to look at
lockout.
those things.
Right.
Like Gretzky, was he ever injured? No,
Right.
never missed a game.
2 lockouts for Ovechkin.
Right?
2 Ovechkin.
And a big reason why Gretzky played every fucking game is because nobody could touch him.
And hit him.
Because
Exactly.
if you touched him,
Right.
you were either
Marty fucking
you either got tossed on the
McSorley.
fucking
Yeah.
Marty
yeah,
fucking
Sure.
McSorley.
guys kick the shit out of people, but also if you touched them, you were gone from the league.
Yeah.
You were blackballed.
It was
You-
very- yeah,
If you were
exactly.
some little level 4 goon, like or 4th
Because
line
he
goon,
was the
you're
money.
gone.
Level 40.
Like he.
That's it.
4th floor.
1, 2, 3.
Marty
four.
McSorley jumps out.
Right.
But I'm saying, if you were like just,
It's true. It's very true.
he was the glue.
So overall,
If you play top line, let's be honest.
on that whole argument though, still like it still stands that he had 62 records the day he retired. He currently has 61.
Okay, but what? Listen.
It's 22 years later.
What we are
I'm
trying.
not saying you're
What
wrong.
we are
Okay.
trying.
I'm not arguing it. I'm
Listen.
just saying.
Okay, Gretzky was maybe a bit of a high
maybe
shot.
the greatest athlete of all time.
Maybe Gretzky versus today might be a bit of a high shot because Gretzky is the great one. But like Lemieux, Messier, Pronger, Chris fucking Pronger.
I mean, I don't know how Pronger goes with Lemieux and Messier, but sure, Pronger.
He's considered
You
one of
go
the
on with
best
defensemen, I
defensemen.
mean.
Paul Coffey.
You can
So
argue
you say
Pronger
Paul
or Bobby
Coffey
Orr, but-
first.
Bobby
you say,
Orr.
You say Nick Lidstrom. You say Chris Chelios first. You don't say Chris Pronger.
I say
No,
Chris
yeah,
Pronger.
I don't know what you're.
You say Chris Chelios.
You're kind of wrong.
Okay.
You're stupid.
I mean, you could have said Hall.
You say you can say Bobby Orr.
Right?
Okay.
We said Bobby Orr already. Fuck you.
All right.
We're doing something.
Chris
Anyways,
Pronger.
back to my point.
When he retired at 36. Like,
Back to my point.
Well, you didn't
Is-
want to.
I
If
know.
optimization is the way you optimize, and then let's start the fucking seniors league. I think players that are deemed too old or can't be signed, I still think we need a second sort of professional hockey league. Maybe I'm just greedy for hockey.
Well, as we can see,
And I would love it to be the women's league, but I mean, fuck. Has anyone else watched the Toronto 6 game?
Look.
I've watched at least 2.
Just put it during the summer. You'll get views.
The women's.
Just do it.
Right.
All right.
Everyone who
I mean,
makes
start now, but do your fucking legit league during the summer.
every NHL team that
At least your playoffs.
every NHL team that goes deep.
Yeah.
At least the playoffs.
Yeah.
Every NHL
Sorry,
team.
Jacob.
It's okay. Every NHL team that goes deep into the playoffs, if not the finals, has many beards like that. What person other than Joe Thornton can grow that in 2 months on the Leafs?
Matthews can grow this.
Right.
Well, Brent Burns can. I know Brent Burns.
No, on the Leafs. On the Leafs.
Oh, on the Leafs.
Because you're saying
Oh,
other-
Joey Thornton.
Other than Joe Thornton.
Other than Joey T, I don't think
Thank
anybody
you.
else can.
Thank you.
I don't know.
They are not finals.
Challenge.
You can't go to the
Challenge
finals.
made.
You cannot go to the finals with
Challenge
kids.
fucking made.
You cannot go to the
Who
finals.
can do it? Engvall.
You can't go to the finals.
Challenge you.
You can't go to the finals
Wayne
with
Simmons
kids.
Wayne Simmons is gonna fucking roll into the playoffs looking
Dude.
like Black Gandalf.
Listen. No. Hang on.
Can't go to the finals with kids.
Wayne Simmons will grow his fucking front teeth back before anybody on that team can grow this fucking beard.
Right.
I think the only one that can challenge me is maybe Muzzin.
So veterans, period. Hey, where's Matt Murray?
Muzz.
Where's Matt Murray?
Murray.
Where is he? What happened to him? We're gonna go the Matt Murray direction.
Oh, time out. Can we rewind a few episodes if you haven't watched them? Just remember this guy talking
Murray.
all that fucking shit about how Matt Murray good Matt Murray was gonna be. Please rewind a few episodes.
I
where
would
he's
say he's
talking
been
I
shit.
said
bad.
Ottawa's gonna be shit.
No, listen.
Did you say it was gonna be good?
I said everyone picked. No, I said Ottawa's bottom of the pile.
Okay, so I gotta double check my fucking videos.
I'm like-
Obviously,
Yeah.
I do the editing too.
Oh, I took Ottawa to make 4th.
I probably said something like Matt.
I still stand by it.
I think we said Matt Murray was going to be a good goalie.
He's gonna be a good goalie. I'm just saying.
We said Ottawa was
No,
going to
but
be
I'm
shit.
just saying when Pittsburgh picked a direction between their 3-time Stanley Cup champion goalie, right, or Matt Murray, they're like, oh, you're a veteran.
Tristan Yardi. Oh, I said.
No,
Sorry.
it was Matt
Sorry.
Murray.
Sorry.
It was Matt Murray.
Sorry.
Right? And they picked Murray, and in 2-3
Murray.
and in 2 I don't even know why it comes out that way. Murray.
Man.
Murray.
He literally
You're a
said
South
it.
Park character.
I was gonna say. He says it.
Matt.
Hey, buddy.
He says it as in the South Park. Matt.
Wait,
We want the internet money.
Okay, so anyway, and he's gone, right? They went in his direction, and in less than 3 years, traded, gone, unsigned, right? And in those 3 years, Vegas went to the finals. I mean, they deserved it. They went to Game 7.
But they also butt fucked him because they went and got another guy, and then like, okay, he's a starter. Fuck you.
Yeah,
sorry.
because his fucking manager made a tweet,
I cannot believe.
which is stupid.
I cannot believe that we got here from
Cancel
talking
culture.
about.
That's not why.
Yes, it was.
No.
Yes, it was.
No, they went out and got a guy because they were like, we don't think he's gonna win us a cup because they made it to the finals and lost. So they're like,
What?
all right.
He went to Game 7 with a brand new team.
Yes, but the team also said like, we don't think he's the guy.
Alright, that's not it.
Let's get a younger guy who's better.
That-
and they went and got Robin Leonard, and he's been phenomenal.
And time.
Okay, next.
Jesus, we got here from the fucking draft.
The draft is.
Like, how did we get here?
All right, doesn't matter.
Anyway, I need to pee.
Oh man, all
Now
this
you
time.
need to pee.
Fuck.
We're off cycle, bro.
Bladder fucks. Holy fuck.
Fuck you.
Put your bladders together or something.
I mean, I'm good now. Do we need him? Do we need him? Do we need him?
Yeah. I
Do
don't
we
know.
really need him?
I don't know. Let's talk shit about him so he can see this.
Do you guys know? I don't think we need him. I mean, it smells better in here that he's gone.
No, it smells like what is it? Raspberry smoke.
I don't know what the hell he's smoking these days. He's vaping all kinds of shit. It's like fucking. Oh, Jesus.
In my pool, every single week I'm number 1. Every week. Like
Good. Keep it going.
I-
Do you got money down?
Yeah, like it's 20 people by the way. 20-person pool.
Wow.
Yeah, I got invited at the last minute.
Wow.
20-person pool and I'm first place. Oh, I just got another 2.5 point. Like what? Somebody scored.
Yours is different though, eh?
Yeah,
How does yours work?
They do full points.
full point. Like
Uh-huh.
goals, assists, plus minus.
Yeah, I don't mind that actually. I did that with the TSM one you did.
Yeah. Okay,
Alright!
let's go to
Last topic.
transgenderism.
Let's do it. Yeah, okay.
Jesus.
Alright, so the last and final topic of this fucking hodgepodge of an episode, I'm gonna edit the shit out of this, don't you worry. No, I'm gonna make little segments. You're gonna see it all in segments, don't you worry.
He's gonna fucking.
I know, I get so
Gonna
lazy.
cancel me out with half the shit I say.
I get so fucking lazy sometimes, guys. I apologize. But, anyways, we have a lot of unseen footage that will come out one of these days.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about our Instagram posts, which are cultist here.
Cultist.
I'm still fucking with you. Don't worry. Put out, and we're going to discuss transgender athletes in sport
Inclusiveness.
and inclusiveness. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Well done.
Inclusiveness.
Well done. The buzzword of today.
He's not happy with
This episode brought to you by the letter I. Inclusiveness.
Inclusiveness. Okay. So, so
gonna be
how did this
Brought to
start?
you by the letter P for punch your face.
So, and I'm not trying to get. I just want to know where it actually was. It the Joe Biden like order when he signed something. He signed something, did he
Yeah,
not?
he did, yeah.
It was one of the executive. It was
Yeah.
one of his 25 executive orders, which is 5 times more than any president.
So,
But yeah,
time out.
but let's keep going.
I'm not saying it wasn't. I don't actually know, but this was a topic and something
Yeah.
that they've been talking about for a while.
He's right, though.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Right.
I'll
I'm just
put it-
saying. I'm pretty
This has
sure.
just been something.
I'm pretty sure like Biden was like the stronghold behind like maybe even the final document swivel to make this like a real push. I would say so because
I feel like
anyway,
he just had a stamp with a signature.
Yeah,
on it. He was just
sure.
fucking hitting all the
just
pages.
everything. He's like anyway. So long story short, it kind of stems from there as the beginning of this like monstrous push now into transgenders playing in female sports. Specifically that. And only that way. Not transgender females playing male sports. Only.
We already went over this. I want women in men's sports. I'm for
I'm
that.
just saying that's not happening, and I don't think it's going to happen, and I don't even think people expect it to happen. Even the people behind this. I'm saying, I mean, we all know this. Basically, males, biologic males, are allowed to play in female sports. And if they want to, if you object them, you are in trouble. If the league objects it, they're in trouble. If you object it as a fan, you're in trouble. If you object it as a female athlete who's been working hard, probably your entire life, your parents put in thousands of dollars every single year, time, sweat, and effort.
Month,
yeah. I mean, honestly, right? And then imagine like, you think a lot of these athletes have built up all of this momentum to one single moment. For example, if you are a female, let's say a track star, all of your work comes down to the 100 meters, for example, right? And you have to be in first place because you got to make the Olympics. And if you don't do this year or next year, you're too old, you're not allowed, or you lose a tenth of a second, that kind of stuff. It's that much emphasis, and then this biological man comes in and says, I'm gonna race against you now, and you can't even object me. And if you do, you don't even get to race; you get disqualified. This is literally, and whether it's deliberate or not.
Deliberate?
Oh, yeah, deliberate. Whether it's actually, new word of the day, deliberate.
Brought to you by the letter D, deliberate.
Whether it's deliberate or not, this is an attack on female sports. I mean, I cannot, like, if I'm a female, and there's a long history, about 100 years of female progress in sports, and it's beginning to get demolished by men. Period. What's the whole fight against? To separate from men, and men are now taking over.
Alright, so.
Period.
I'm gonna argue that point.
On purpose or realistically?
No, just that point is, what I will say is, I'm not gonna stop you.
Right,
it's just like, there's been the fight for gay rights and trans rights and all that. And they've been fighting the same battles as women, and they're still behind where women were because it's look at women's progress. Mm-hmm. So yes, I understand to say that kind of demeans their movement, but in my opinion, and where I will agree with you is, yeah, I'm not for it. I think there's a huge advantage. And then we're going to talk about, I've watched all these episodes on ESPN and TSN where they're talking to trans athletes, and, they say, well, we're on this, testosterone blocker or estrogen or whatever. But, these women are built like men.
Right.
They are muscular like men. And yes, there are muscular women out there. Serena Williams is fucking huge. I would not want to fight her in a street fight because she would choke me out with her thighs. I'm telling you. But
you would like it though.
Debatable.
Yeah, it would.
Maybe until I passed out. But it's one of those things. It's there are muscular women. There are, but that is a man. Think about just physical size. I'm sorry.
Biology.
Me at 180 pounds, cut and clean, is not I'm gonna be a fucking specimen versus a woman who's 180 pounds, cut and clean, and it's the only reason why I'm not saying that men are better than women by any means. That's not what I'm trying to get at. Is it's physiological, just size, power.
Well,
muscle grouping, everything.
Here's something I can put in there. So when you have athletes,
He usually stays out of these. I'm impressed.
They're always working out. They're always pushing to be the best they can be, right? If you take any woman to a man and let them both work out at the same pace, the same amount, who's coming out on top? And it's not being an asshole. It's not saying women are worse than men or lower than men. It's the man is going to be physically more.
Oh, prime example.
Right? And
prime
I'm just
example.
saying.
Look at marathon runners. Male versus female marathon runners. Look at those times. That is not a physical power. That is man versus woman in a long distance race, which involves cardiovascular strength and ability. Check it out. I dare you.
Just men have.
I'm sure there's certain moments, 100%, where, and I've seen it, where women have beaten men, and it happens.
Sure, yeah,
right?
of course.
Maybe maybe they're just not.
Oh yeah, my cousin will stomp me in
golf.
golf. She'd stomp me in golf.
Well, I mean, like if she
repeatedly.
Just because you're a man doesn't like. Okay, look. Just because you're a man does not make you automatically good at sports. But I'm saying if a man is practicing a sport,
we're talking professionals versus professionals.
Yeah, that's all it is. Right? That's what we're talking.
I'm talking about like athletes working.
I have
to become something.
In reality,
and then you pin them head to head.
But hold on, but like there have been interviews with say like someone like Serena Williams who said, "I want to compete against men," and then she was asked the question, "Where do you think you would finish against the men?" She said, "I'd finish in the top 10."
I think she finished first.
No, that's the thing. She's not finishing at the top. But now put Roger Federer,
right?
Fucking Nadal, all these fucking guys in the women's. Right. Where do they finish?
Oh.
Yeah. This is what we're saying. Right. We're not saying anything against women athletes. All the power to you. Congratulations. We support you 100%. We're just saying men, biological men, moving into female sports. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where do they finish?
So I have the solution. This is honestly like this whole conversation. Like not even this. I mean, this whole political conversation of it. I just think they just went the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I'm not. Inclusiveness of transgender people, amazing. But if you are born a man or born a woman, you play in that sport. Are you guys okay with transgender males playing in male sports?
All I'm saying
is, okay with that?
It depends on the sport, right?
No, I'm saying he's a man,
right?
Right? Let's say a male sprinter. What?
I'm agreeing with him. I don't agree with you.
No,
I'm
saying. Oh, sorry.
Okay. It doesn't depend on the sport. I think the only thing that would have to change is, like for example, with track, men's 100 meters, women's 100 meters. Just change the pronoun. Just change that pronoun, and then suddenly it's all inclusive.
Or
like why did we do this for the women?
Why can't you have an open division? I know it sounds wrong, but hey,
I can agree with that.
I'm just saying. I know it sounds because it's like open division, like anyone can enter. But
so I'm just saying. So then I'll fight for the transgenders.
It's kind of like his asshole.
I'll fight for the trans.
Anyone can enter.
I'll fight for the trans.
The thing is it's men versus women, and men who identify as women versus men and women, and then men or women who identify as men versus men and women. It's
a mess.
It's a mess.
It's one giant shit show.
Like that was the most eccentric
and I'll fight I'll
Dr. Seuss moment I've ever heard.
Sorry, 1 second. I'll bring an argument for the transgender on that point. To go into a third division is now it's a whole brand new division. It's gonna take decades.
I'm saying like
exclusive.
Listen, yes. I feel like just allowing people to jump into this lane or that lane is kind of like gonna fuck it up. At least if you give that that opening. That area, the open division, at least it gives them a chance to be there, right? And I'm not trying to be an asshole.
No, I'm saying
it's like, dude, ease things in, ease it in, right?
No,
you can't
they don't do that.
Go do the hand motion, please.
Ease it.
Well, I didn't go like this. I didn't go like this, right?
Don't do that hand motion, please.
I'm saying, give a little.
Okay, look.
All right. You're thinking they're
just
guys.
There's only two things has to happen. Only two things has to happen. Society has to finally admit together that biology is real.
We've gone too far.
Okay? We just have to admit that biology is real. If you can do that, then you can place the man who feels like he's a woman into the man's sport and keep him in the man's sport. Period. And there's no problems. There's no problems.
Yeah. My only.
Is there any problems?
The only other way, and like, I mean, this is gonna sound bad to say, and like, I don't think, but this isn't inclusive enough for athletes that are in their prime, but like, so as a man, if I decide I identify as a woman,
literally.
If I identify as a woman, and I start taking,
you do though.
No. Anyways, just hear me out. So don't touch my fucking hair.
So sultry.
Don't touch my hair. Anyways, if I decide I identify as a woman, I start taking estrogen, I start taking testosterone blockers, all this sort of stuff, I think there needs to be a limitation as to when I can join. Mm-hmm. I can't go, I'm going to take, a few of these pills for a year, and I'm still biologically built like a male, and then decide that, you know, I want to go into female sumo wrestling at like 230 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not okay.
Right.
Like, I mean, female sumo wrestlers might be bigger than that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I can't bring that body weight, that stature, that, you know, physical size to it unless, like, I've been on this for X amount of time and it is clearly, you know, I have gone through my transition.
But I don't even think. Okay, one second. And you're right with everything you're saying. But I'm gonna take a wild guess, only because we see it already. You don't even have to have the hormone stopper, all that.
I do believe there is. I think there is some sort of limitation
there. Is there regulations?
I think there is. I do believe there is. I'm not.
You do
I'm
believe,
not,
but you don't know.
No,
I'm gonna say no. I've seen transgenders athletes. I've been because we see a lot of these clips now. They have beards. They have beards racing against women, and they go to get interviewed after they win, and they're like, "Yeah, it's." I'm like, "What?" Like, okay, everyone's taking this seriously.
So we're talking about racing. We're talking about like
everything.
We're thinking hockey, but what I'm saying is the big one is
football.
Like MMA.
Okay.
MMA. That's the biggest one. Yeah. Because think about it. If you're like. How many?
I said sumo wrestling.
Most people in their lifetime have probably been punched in the face by a woman.
Yeah.
Right? You take it. You're like,
you gotta take one.
Okay, she got a mean. She
got a mean. Hold on, time out. I'm gonna tell you, like 90% of the population have probably avoided that.
Well, I'm just saying.
Maybe slapped.
I haven't been hit.
Maybe slapped.
I mean, I grew up with sisters, so I've been punched.
You deserve it.
I've been punched, but you know, I took it. It is what it is. But I'm saying, you know, there's people that have been hit by a woman, right, and took it and dealt with it, whatever. But, you know, in UFC, like, if a man fucking hits a woman, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna hurt a lot.
But technically speaking, it's a woman hitting a woman.
Yes.
Technically.
Yes.
Technically. I just can't wait. I mean, look. I mean, in all reality, we have no power. I love it. I love sitting back.
But it's already gonna happen.
They already had it in the MMA, and exactly. And
did they actually?
They had Farrah Fox.
Not UFC.
What's her name? Farrah Fox. What's her name?
I don't know her fucking name.
There was a female athlete. It's something Fox.
Trans athlete.
Yeah, trans athlete. Okay. She fought women. I think it was in a Bellator or one
huge.
of those. And it was one of those, and like literally, like the competitor came out and said, like I have rolled with men. She's like, and that is what it feels like. She's like, I've never felt a woman control me in that way. She's like, the weight, the power, the strength is completely different. And I think in a combat sport, yes, you're going to notice it 100%, but you're going to see it in every other sport too, slowly but surely. Like, there's a thing, it's a physiological thing, where you look at muscle strand and muscle fiber. Men have more power muscle. We do. That is it. There's no drug that's going to change muscle fiber. Like, it's nature versus nurture. People in sports argue this all the time.
So,
no, just hear me out. You can be born a physical athlete that will excel in physical sports or certain sports. Like, you know, for example, and this might come across in a wrong way, but people born in Africa that have genealogical, like, you know, history of being good runners, being lean, they have long muscle fiber, are built better to be marathon runners than, you know, someone from Eastern Europe. It is genealogical data. It's like trying to argue evolution. It doesn't make sense. This is science, guys. So what you're trying to say is a man who does have more fast twitch fibers in their muscles, which creates more power, will literally
and don't they have bigger
excel.
Hearts? Don't they have bigger hearts?
No,
I'm just saying.
They will excel in women's sports because of that. They have more power.
I get it.
Period.
I think we all get it. I think honestly, finally, I think the common person is finally against something that is so.
Are you calling me the common person?
But if they're gonna allow that, especially in something like UFC, let them juice. Let the women juice.
No, I already talked about this. I want to see the Juice Olympics. I want to see the Juice Olympics. Let them be on every fucking PED known to fucking man.
I'm saying let the women juice.
I want to see. I want to see the performance enhancing drug Olympics. I want to see what the human body is physically capable of. I want to see.
Lance Armstrong will fuck shit up.
No, honestly, but could you imagine? You see one of these fucking juiced out roid fucking heads go out there, fucking, squat 6 cars, punch out some other fucking guy, roid rage, his heart explodes. That'd be fucking amazing.
Why would you want to see his heart explode?
Well, because he's probably gonna die after all the roids he takes.
Oh, Jesus fucking
Anyway.
Christ, I don't want to see that.
Anyways,
If they regulate the roids.
Overall, I think
I don't want to see someone die on national television.
I think we can conclude like the we have actually all agreed.
Fuck.
We all agree on the same topic of it,
for once.
and I think the best solution.
I just want to see one die.
I think the best solution. Like I think they just went the wrong way. The best solution to this is okay. Have transgender in sports.
Jesus.
Push it all you want. Keep the men in the men's section and the women in the women's section.
I think
If a woman wants to become a man, she still has to play the women's sport. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Problem solved. No
open
confusion.
division.
I think
Open division.
I think what we've done, or what has been done here, is too much too fast.
Oh, we've probably
We
pissed
need
off
to-
a lot of people.
There's not
That's probably what
there's not enough science and data and behind it. We are playing on emotion, and in my opinion is there needs to be proper studies on this. There needs to be proper case studies, and we need to take a step back. I agree with inclusion. I agree with all of it, but
Agree?
excuse me. I agree with inclusion, but there needs to be something put in. We need to take a step back. We need to just relax on it, and we need to find something in the interim that helps. But we can't say that this is the way forward until we actually look at it.
It's not the way
That's
forward
it.
at all. You gotta push one with men. That's it.
All right, anyway.
All right,
Let's put a
guys.
cap on that.
Is that it?
Hang on.
Talking-
Hold on.
oh,
All I'm
oh,
going to say is one little thing.
I was giving you your
I'm
conclusion.
not going to let you fucking motherfuckers get in there.
Okay.
I'm going to say is Paul Maurice, you fucking beauty. You're 100% right. Stand up for your captain. Love you, buddy. Miss you on Toronto. Wish you never got fired.
Anyways, that wraps up about this episode today. Again, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff. Links are in the description. Just make sure you check us out. I want to see our Instagram get boosted a little bit. Help us out here, guys.
Mhm.
We could really use it. I think what we're going to do is we're going to repost that in a little bit more of a clear way, because the way he posted it, I misunderstood even. But we're going to keep it up. Let's keep the voting coming. Anyways, make sure you talk points.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Woohoo. Okay.
Sauce is coming.
And yeah. Oh, we're working on a new project.
Talking sauce.
We're working on a new project for y'all. It'll be fun. Anyways, talk points, baby. Woo!